Boom. What up, y'all? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Good morning, Pastor. Hey,
Good
Kev.
morning, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. what's up?
Good
What's up, Lisa? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Let's do this. Welcome. Oh, excuse me. And all right. So I put up the topic. Um,
I didn't see it.
Oh, don't worry. Don't even look at it because we're gonna probably do something a little different. I was talking about being a good husband, um, but I might do a little bit of topic roulette, just kind of change it up a little bit. It's kind of been a rough couple of days, so I was like, I need to throw something up there. And then I was like, I don't want to talk about that. So you guys been sharing is caring. So yeah, we're gonna talk about just being a man and dealing with some things, but we're gonna dig into that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this intro, and we can go ahead and get started. Hey, Miss Yvonne. Good morning. Good morning. Am I pixelated? Am I broken up or anything?
A
Or
little
am I
bit,
looking
little
okay?
bit. Your voice was distorted a minute ago.
Uh, yeah, it might be time to get rid of Spectrum again. Because I don't know, AT&T was a little more, stable. But I don't know, maybe it's just this software as well. All right.
Don't mind me.
So
I'm just on Xfinity.
right. I know it's crazy because you can't,
Yeah.
what they're like utilities, so I can't get Xfinity because you got Spectrum, so it's one or the other. Yeah,
hmm
that's a whole nother game right
Well,
there.
your picture's better now. You just
Okay,
got
yeah,
better.
because the little thing in the corner that's saying that your signal is weak is gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I realize every time it comes up, like for me, it looks fine. Um, I know the ship is going down when you start looking bad, you start getting a circle. I'm like, oh, my computer's about to die. But yeah, so not going down that road. Yeah, we're gonna kind of talk about a few things. I was Deborah sent me a kind of topic question like a
Say
year
who sent
ago.
it to you?
Deborah Braswell. Deborah
Gotcha.
Braswell. Yeah, she sent me a topic, and then I found I was like, because I was like, I remember some topics some folks sent me. I was going back and digging. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. We're gonna talk about it. It's a good Tuesday topic. It's not too heavy. All right. So let me kick this intro off and change some things. Let's do this. Remove and edit and add this, and we're gonna go ahead and be right back. Will it work? Maybe. Let's see. There we go. All right. We'll be right back.
I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole thing is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this general possible, often vested in the legacy.
Bam. All right. I got to cut that shorter, but maybe it gives me a little bit of extra time to just in case I ain't ready. All right. So like I said, Deborah gave me a question some time ago, and she was asking about slavery movies, right? Um, are you as tired of them as I am, or can you still deal with them? Like, have you seen enough of those kind of slavery movies? I mean, Django was good, because it kind of, and it's another different spin on it. But outside of that, just the stuff that the historical going back and seeing that time. So I'm gonna cover slavery, not only just slavery, but those movies where they go back and we're dealing with the Jim Crow and the Klan and racism, and have you grown weary of it?
In the words of Don Cheadle in his conversation with Kevin Hart, why don't we take a poll and see how we feel? So people really feel about slave movies.
Right.
Put it in the comments. You're gonna take a poll and see.
Take a poll.
Are you a thumbs up?
Right.
For the historical content that you get in slavery movies? Are you a thumb down because of the picture that it paints of our people?
Right. Yeah, I like to know, because
just type
for me,
type up or down. You don't even have to put a thumbs up. Give us a give us a Siskel and Ebert.
Right.
Up or down. For all you aged folks out there, Siskel and Ebert. Y'all remember Siskel and Ebert?
Listen, they were the make it or break it people. They were the ones you listen to, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go see that. Then you're like, no, I guess I'm not gonna see it. But then it's so funny. I think, but in some black movies, you're like, the movie was pretty good. Like, y'all didn't like it. It's like, again, the black movies, you just like, I don't trust your judgment. I look at it differently. But everything else, so like, yeah, like for me, like, yeah, I don't enjoy it. Like, I could watch a back in the day movie, like a family growing up in the 50s and 60s, but I just can't do the racism and Jim Crowism and the Klanism, I don't know. It's to that extreme or that level that I'm like, here we go. And because let's talk about like areas, like, granted, it was across America, but it wasn't everywhere. Like, so there were certain pockets of America where black people thrived, and they didn't have the level. They may not have the level of racism or dealt with the Klan. Like, there are certain spots or that happened that wasn't all about racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more that happened to us.
In reality, or you mean in the movies?
In the movie and reality, because a lot of it's supposed to be connected to, a lot of it's like usually true stuff or true story-ish, about that time. But I feel like we were more than just dealing with racism. Like
we weren't dealing with racism during slavery. We were dealing.
Well, yeah,
with slavery.
that too. Right.
Racism, dealing with racism comes to me afterwards, because it's one thing to be considered your property. It's another thing to be standing on equal ground and you think that I am less than you are. Right. Or I don't deserve what you have. So to me, it started out with, slavery. Because how can you be struggling with racism if you're a slave?
Right. Right. So Lisa says, sometimes up, sometimes down. It can be a bit much sometimes. Yeah. And it can be like, why are we still doing this when all we really have to do is look around and see what's going on now? Right.
That's an interesting take. It's an interesting take, because it's human to feel both ways about it.
Definitely.
Right. From an educational perspective, it's like, don't act like this never happened.
Right.
And we wouldn't be having that argument or having to remind people if we didn't have to deal with the stuff we deal with today still.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why it's necessary. Like, haven't you learned anything from this? Haven't you learned that we never were supposed to be your slaves?
Right.
We were never supposed to be counted as less than human. We were never supposed to be your guinea pigs. We were never supposed to be that. We're not your labor force or anything like that. You know, you came and stole a people from their land, took them to a foreign land and enslaved them. And now you have the audacity when watching and seeing how this people overcame all of that. And now in a lot of cases outperform you. Not that we're better than you, but we outperform you in a lot of areas, but you still try to hold us down. Haven't you learned? I don't look at the timeline between slavery and now to show how far America has come. I look at it to show America how far we have come. You threw everything at us and we overcame all of it. And now we still rank in the top tier of everything that we do in America or everything we do globally. That's how far we've come, not how far America has come.
I feel you. So it's because I think sometimes we get, I mean, you see it so much that, I mean, like, I feel like we're more than just slaves in history. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you see it, you've seen it so much, you know, played out in so many different ways. And I get Harriet and the different movies and takes of that nature, but I think it's like, and it's kind of like, I guess, a reminder, but at the same time, it's like when a new slave movie come out, I'm like, oh, look, another movie. I'm not watching that one. Like I you know, like for me,
think about it like
kind of checked out. I've kind of checked out on them.
If you show a movie based on someone's life in the 1800s, you can't show that movie without emphasizing the slave trade, because that's what was going on. So anybody's life you talk about that's white or black, you're going to show the white family as slave owners,
and
you're going to show black families as slaves, And what we do is we take that and we call that a slave movie, but it's depicting what the reality was.
I'm with you.
Right.
For me, I don't even want to go back there though. Like I don't know I don't know. I've seen so many, and I know what you're saying, because like even if you watch, even if it's a good white family, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not tyrants, but they own slaves. You know, like it's still a reality. You know, it was just how life was. You know, it's that they accepted as true. You know, and when you grow up in that, you know, if someone's telling you these people are less than, you know, you believe it, you feel it, you know, and so I do get that. I mean, until of course you talk, you're like, you just like me, you know, like you realize, oh, you're not an animal, you don't have a tail, you know, like and things of that nature. I think I think it's just for me, like, I get what you're saying, Pastor, like, because sometimes some movies like, oh, that might be good, but then you're like, oh, back in the 1900s or 1800s, like, oh, here we go again, you know. So
it's I mean, it's horrible. I mean, it's a horrible history. It's an ugly history, but it is history.
Right. Indeed.
You know, and I think that the only way to heal from the ugliness of history is to acknowledge that it happened. Recognize that it happened. And in that case, you know, there has to be some level, some form of acknowledgement and restitution. You know, but I'm not getting ready to go down that path because Ephraim is not here.
Oh yeah, you pull that banner up.
Yeah, I mean, he need to be here to state his case.
Right. He's ready. He's like, oh yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah. Because I'm not getting ready. Like I'm not. Like at this point, I don't want to deal with reparations, but I do recognize that you did harm to a people, you know, and there's a debt owed to that people, recognizing it. But the thing is, there's not a single former slave owner alive today.
Right. Yeah.
The problem is we have to deal with an infrastructure, a system that is based on the historical knowledge or historical feeling or disposition that a certain kind of people belonged in a certain kind of place.
Yes.
And that's still, it remains the remnant in the mindset of a lot of people. And that's the reason why we have to have these conversations.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And you know, like I said, we're not going into reparation things, but yeah, it's definitely something to be acknowledged, something to be dealt with. I always think, we'll talk about that tomorrow. Because Ephraim gonna be on, so I give him a shot. We can, you know, like, and
oh, by the way, only Lisa responded to the.
I know, I seen that.
All y'all out there hiding in the shadows. You didn't give us an up or a down.
Right. What was I about to say? So moving from the slave movies, what about I seen a great movie, it's called The Banker. I think it was on Apple Plus. It had Samuel L. Jackson and another gentleman. I can't remember his name.
Frozen. Oh, there you go. It was called The Banker?
Yeah, it's called The Banker. It was a great movie. It was about how two black businessmen owned a bank in California. I think they owned several, but they went to, I think, was it Alabama or Mississippi? And
it came out in 2020.
Yeah. And they wanted to own banks in that area, you know, kind of like to prove a point. It got rough. It kind of backfired on them, you know. But it's a great movie, though. It's a great movie. But I think about
never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I think it's on either Apple Plus, maybe.
Apple TV. Yeah, Sam Jackson and Anthony Mackie.
Yes, Anthony Mackie. I can see his face. I just can't remember his name.
Nia Long.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I gotta find that. All right.
Yeah, definitely check it out. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check out The Banker. I'm sure Apple Plus got some 30-day trial. Go on, take advantage of that. What's up, Sean? Good morning, sir. But yeah, so what about those? To me, like those movies, I'm okay. Like the Jim Crow movies. So away from slavery, moving into the Jim Crow level movies. So everybody here, remember, thumbs up, thumbs down on the slave movies. Now we're talking about the Jim Crow movies. You know, the ones more non-slavery, but you know, black man, black woman knowing their place. You know all of that. Like after slavery, but still enslaved in another way. You know, still bound.
Mother Fulton, Mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Mother McCrory. Thumbs up or thumbs down with regards to slave movies.
Yes. If you drive and pull over, tell us how you feel. Tell us how you feel. But yeah, so I think some of the Jim Crow movies, they're okay. I can deal with it a little bit because, you know, in certain spaces, like even when you watch The Banker, you know, black men aren't really cowering down as much. You know, at some points they take it something like, you know, they know where they can stand. You know, like I know where I can stand up to this, you know, like you don't matter. This white dude don't matter. He does. You don't. You know, like so so I can kind of deal with it a little bit. I don't feel like we're getting so beat down, you know. So I think I'm not totally tired. Like watching The Help, I was like, it's a good movie, but I was like,
I never saw it.
Yeah, it's
I never saw The Help. I never saw The Butler.
Oh, Butler was decent. Butler was decent. Sorry, I was a tad late. Oh, was having a grandpa nap. I feel you, Richard. I feel you. But yeah, it's so yeah, Butler's pretty decent because he was in the White House, and it's an interesting story. And The Help is good. You know, Help is like comedy, and you know, but it's around that time. The Harder They Fall, that was a good movie too. That was a good movie. That's a new, that's on HBO Max, I think. I think that's on HBO. Is it? Oh no, it's Netflix. It might be Netflix. It's Netflix, I think. That's Netflix. that's a Western. It's got
Regina
King.
Is that with
Regina King, Idris Elba? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I love that movie. My family didn't really dig that movie. I
It
don't
is-
think.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like the way it was made. You know, there was
Right.
it was kind of like Pulp Fiction-esque,
Okay. Okay.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
with the goriness of the shots being fired, you know, the blast, you know, the impact of the bullets and all
Right.
that kind of stuff, you know.
Right.
And there was some corny stuff in there, you know. It really was.
Yeah.
But it was a great movie.
Yeah, I
A
like
great
it.
I
I
loved
did
it.
like it.
I
It looks
loved
like
it.
there's gonna be maybe a part 2 to it. But yeah, it's a
Oh,
um,
because of the hat at the end.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert.
But we're not saying who. They don't know who.
My
You gotta watch it.
bad.
You
My
don't know
bad.
who. Nah, you good. You good. But yeah, it's pretty good. Like caste system in India. I did not get it. People yeah, no doubt, Richard. The caste system, that's crazy. I don't like, it's so crazy, like that's like almost it's I don't know, like a caste system where pastor you stuck in a space because of your family. Like I don't even know, is there a come up out of there when you're at a level in the caste system? Like can you can you come up, like because you're a certain class, you can't go a certain place, like I always wondered that, like can you come up in your family? I guess you have to do something crazy for it to happen. Right, Lisa said they have to make a part 2. Richard said inverted racism. I guess, yeah, because I mean they're all like the same. I guess they're just whatever royal blood they might have come from. I don't know how the caste system is totally set up, but I understand what it is. So I wonder, like, is a way like here, blacks have found ways to break out and become the anomalies. But I always wonder, like in the caste system, can you break out? Can you?
Well,
get away?
isn't that the Divergent movies?
Right, yeah. Because you're right. Because you are in this. This is who you are. You are not. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't do. That's true. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
There was
and that's
another
kinda-
movie. What was that movie with the singer? Where everybody had a clock on their arm. What was it?
Oh, and some had a lot of time, and the others just had a little bit. Like they had.
And where you live
Out of time.
based on
Out of time, I think it's called. Out of time.
no, Out of Time is Denzel.
No, let me see. I know what you're talking about. Let me see. With I can see this.
Singer's name?
Timberlake,
Justin
right?
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, he did a movie. I can't remember the name of it, but everyone was classified based on how
Yeah.
much time you had to live in certain cities.
In
Nobody
time.
had more
In time.
in time.
Yeah.
In time.
I
Yeah,
remember-
INTIME, not END.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
NIN. Right.
And
She said, I love the
your
Divergent movie.
they were sectioned off based on how much time that city,
Right.
the average person lived in that city.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to kind of work. You work, and they give you some time. I remember that. Then they end up trying to break out of the system, and it went bad. Spoiler alert.
You're born,
Yeah.
and then once you reach a certain age, the clock starts,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And I think I think you start out with 25 years or something like
Right.
that. So everybody, no matter whether you're 25 years old or 150 years old, you still look 25.
Right. And it was then they have to pay. They paid with their time.
Extend the
Like,
time. Yeah, the currency was time.
Or they bought something, they lost time. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Currency was time. Yep.
Yeah.
And so, but those are classifications, just like the
Right.
Virgin series. Those
Right.
are classifications.
Hey, good morning, Deborah.
And we have classifications. We have classifications based on financial disposition today, right? You have
Right.
your $250,000 neighborhoods. You have your
Right.
500,000 neighborhoods. You have your $1 million neighborhoods, and
Right.
you know that because the signs tell you going in.
Right.
Right. No sense of looking in here. These houses start at 300,000.
Right.
You can't start there. No sense
Don't
looking.
even come in. Right. Don't even come in.
Yeah.
That's funny. He said, like UK system, but I believe the classless society as in equality, but people seem to be stuck in the past. He said, as I'm working class and proud of, I'm upper class, etc. I never got it. Sure, if you go up from working class to middle class, when you made it in upper class, right? You could, at least you could move. He said Bel Air. Yeah, at least you can move. I mean, it's nothing worse than being to be stuck. I mean, I will say at least that in America, at least now, like you have more opportunities, financially to kind of move up from a space that you are. Like it's not as challenging. Of course, there are always roadblocks that happen, but like I said, it's not, we're not at least stuck in the caste system where, because my dad did this is what you do, and that's all you could do. but at least in the Divergent movies, the kids kind of got to break out and, become something else. They weren't necessarily stuck.
Well, yeah, they got a chance to choose a faction.
Yeah, they got a faction.
But then you had to graduate.
Yeah, that too. Yes,
in order to remain in that faction, or you fell back to the no-dos.
Right. So people, for goodness sake, let's not be this or that class. I got you. You said Mockingjay. Oh, like the what's that other movie? The Mockingjay. My brain went. Oh, I can't. Y'all know what it is. Mockingjay. It was like 3 movies. Hunger Games. That's another movie, class movie. But then for most part,
I mean, but to your point, being stuck like in a caste system is different than a class system.
Yeah. Right.
Because in a caste system, you're stuck.
Yeah.
The class system, at least there's opportunity for mobility.
Right.
So does that make a class system? Are we getting too far away from slave movies?
It's fine.
Does that make a class system wrong
Random Tuesday
if it provides opportunity for mobility
in a class system?
In a class system?
Right. Yeah.
Does it make it wrong?
Does it make it wrong? I mean,
yeah, to have a class system, because I feel like you're always going to have a class system.
Yeah. Some kind.
Because fraternities are class systems.
Right. When you go to high school, there's these folks, there's these folks, there's these folks, there's the jocks, there's the nerds, there's the ones that just don't know what to do and they cause trouble. They need some attention. So it's I think
the grunge,
right? The grunge group, right? That stick together. So I think we are designed almost in a class mindset. I mean, I guess the key thing is not to look down on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've moved up, but not to look down because I moved up. Even if my life has always been here, like my mom and daddy was here. I figured it out. I got the connections network, and I've never come down there. I've always known, generation after generation, we've always been here. We've never been here, If you don't have a classism, it's impossible to have any type of equality. If you don't have classism, I guess I'm gonna leave out the B. It's impossible to have any type of equality.
I'd love to dig in on that one, McNair. Is one of the reasons you're saying that? Because I agree with you, because class system provides opportunity,
right,
to intermingle. You have mobility. Now you can be born in a certain class, but move into another class, and people recognize you're no different.
Right.
Like the color of your skin may be different.
Right.
But that's the only difference between us.
Right.
Because you're over here and you can do everything I can do. You can live where I am, and all of those other, you feel what I feel, all of that stuff. And so I believe that's what you're alluding to, McNair. I hope I got that right, because you're right. Without that, okay, good. Without that ability to move between one and the other, how can we ever be seen as equals?
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's good.
So yeah, that's interesting. Because I think we always like I said, I think it's a gravitation of those that you're comfortable with, and we always kind of have cliques in the sense, there's people that you kind of get along more with than others that it's not that you don't connect or have anything with, but it's just like on a daily, on a, constant basis. There are folks that you kind of hang with and folks that you don't. He said, question, but shouldn't we already have equality and social mobility? We're all equal in God's eyes. Indeed. But I think with
that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
I mean, think about it. If you're only surrounded by a specific type of people,
yes,
how will you ever be able to understand, empathize, or associate with others?
Right.
If you only know one thing. You
Yes.
said if I was born in this class, I'm
Right.
going up.
Right.
And I never have any interaction
Right.
with the
those.
class considered here.
Right.
The first time I interact with them, what is that going to look like?
Right.
What will that experience be?
Yeah.
And a lot of it's going to be based on what your peers in your class show you.
Right. Come on, Akita.
Morning,
Right.
Keita.
Definitely.
So, not looking the same, not coming from the same place does not make you my enemy.
Right. True.
That's how people are taught.
Right. Richard said, I don't like division. I don't think, like I say here, like it's not really division. So let's think about how we live,
Remind me to never bake a pie at your house. You don't like dividing stuff up.
So, like if I'm living in $1 million home, I'm living in a different kind of neighborhood as someone who can afford a $100,000 home, so it kind of builds up like that. So I'm gonna know my $100,000 home neighbors. These are people that I'm gonna interact with the most. He said, unfortunately, we won't ever get away from division. Never. I think
one of the challenges I had, I was just watching a movie I've been watching it every year since as far back as I can remember. James Stewart, It's a Wonderful Life.
I wanted to watch that this year. I'm gonna have to check it. I've never seen it.
How old are you?
I am 45 and I've never seen it.
45 and you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
Other than
you're not even American. Listen, if you're 45 years old and you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life during the holiday season with James Stewart, you are un-American. I'm snatching your card.
Wow.
Somebody tell me that you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life with James Stewart.
Who has not seen It's a Wonderful Life? Shut your face, Richard.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know anybody that hasn't seen it at least 20 times.
Nope, never.
Okay, so never. I sat down and watched it with my children this year.
Okay,
who had not seen it.
They had not seen it. Okay,
and I narrated along with the narrator.
No one cared me there. I don't care me there. Yeah,
but I was able to give them like all the stuff that you see as a child become totally different, so much deeper. Hey, Samantha's seen it. Your wife has seen it.
You did not see.
There's no way she hadn't seen it.
We're gonna talk later.
There's no way she hasn't seen it. I mean, like, it comes on 100 times between December 1st and December 31st.
Never.
It's just true. They do a marathon of it.
I've seen Christmas Story. That's American. Oh, she said, see, never seen it. I thought she said she never seen it. She never seen it.
Oh, y'all, I don't know where you all are from.
Right. Lisa said not a citizenship card.
Yeah, he can keep his black card because it's not a black movie. I'm taking his U.S. citizenship. I can't take his black card because a lot of black people haven't seen it because it's a white cast, and the one black lady in the movie is serving dinner.
Right. We discussed this already. I don't want to go back. But
but in all the years that I've seen it, because I think it's a great movie.
That's the
the message is what makes it such a great movie. But the problem that I have with the movie, now that I know my Bible,
Okay.
because the movie is based on this man who gets in, he's a good person, honest person, man of integrity, wants to, he's raised in a small town, and he wants to get out and travel and see the world when he graduates college.
Okay.
And the whole basis of the movie is him wanting. He was a National Geographic young boy, always wanted to see the world, and he ends up taking over his father's business. Things happen, and he's got a little brother. So the message is, him or his little brother they're supposed to go to college. He goes to college while his brother stays back and manages the business. Then he comes back home, manages the business while his brother goes off to college. Then they decide what happens there, right? And it's like a building and loans. They do little small loans.
Okay.
And so the movie, just the crux of the movie is him recognizing that life is not about just traveling the world and having a great time. There are there's some fundamental appreciation for life, even if you never go anywhere.
Right.
It's about maximizing and really seeing life through the lens of principle and impact. And it's like somebody, like when you think about going to church versus working for the kingdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so the movie is about him getting a second chance. He gets an opportunity to see what life, because he gets in trouble and he feels like he's worth more dead than alive. And so he gets a chance to see life and his family and friends and his community as if he were never born, because he says, I wish I was never born.
Kind of like a Scrooge.
Kind of like Scrooge.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
But what bothered me in the movie after I learned my Bible is the movie opens up with the angel Joseph, Saint Joseph, talking to God about this guy at Earth. Hey, we got to go see about this fella down in Earth. He's had a bad luck, and he's gonna make some bad decisions. God is like, oh yeah, I remember this. So today's the day. That's what like God forgot. And so he says, so whose turn is it to go down? And they said, oh, it's Clarence's turn. So they call Clarence. Clarence is a goofy angel who hasn't earned his wings yet.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
So Clarence shows up. Hey, God, you called? Yeah, I need you to go see about this guy, and I need you to work this thing out with his life and help him to see what he really needs to see and all that. And Clarence is like, okay, so does that mean? He said, because God, I'm 300 years old. If I work this out and fix him, does that mean I get my wings?
Right.
So for the lead character, James Stewart, it's about recognizing the value that you brought to your family and your community, even though you didn't get everything you wanted, right? But you've lived a full life. You've lived a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life. That's the name.
I got you.
For Clarence, it's about earning his wings.
Right.
Right. And so I had a problem with Clarence giving his classification, because when he shows up and tells James Stewart he's an angel, he says, I am angel second class.
Okay.
Because I don't have my wings yet.
Gotcha,
I'm like, you mean to tell me there's classes in heaven? I said all that to tell you that the movie put classifications
in heaven too.
In heaven.
I got you.
And it wasn't until I learned my Bible, like, wait, what? You can be a first class angel and a second class angel? God. So that messed me up when I got that. Samantha, you should just go back to sleep. Start your day over.
I cannot. I might try. I watch Jingle All the Way. And sometimes Christmas Story, but Jingle All the Way, I drive my kids crazy. That and what's another movie I watched? But that's the main one, Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I don't think I've ever really seen a whole episode of that. So
I never liked it.
You said you remember the TV program? I went to heaven. Let's find out why you didn't like it, Pastor. Why didn't you like it?
It was just too corny.
Oh, gotcha. It was Michael Landon always had the soft, warm kind of, like even Little House on the Prairie, always just,
I love Little House on the Prairie.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, that movie was that show was, yeah. I think I think some shows I just couldn't do. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Did you used to watch MASH?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I've done reruns, but I couldn't.
MASH is one of the reasons I joined the army.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I know we're taking it back, guys. Well, most of y'all should know these shows. Don't act like that. Y'all know what these shows are. He said, oh, Mr. Chips. Have you ever seen Mr. Chips? That's
Mr. Chips. I remember Chips.
Oh, boom, 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 boom.
Ponch and John. Yeah.
Right.
California Highway Patrol.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, I think we got off on a tangent. I don't know where I'm at right now.
Yeah, we went all the way off the rail.
All the way. So we're gonna throw the poll up again because we're gonna see if we're gonna get some thumbs up, thumbs down. Are you guys tired of slavery movies, or you're fine with another slavery movie, or a movie that's in that slavery time? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
And Samantha, the movie "It's a Wonderful Life" was made in, I think the movie was made in like the 40s or something, 1946.
Wow.
If I remember correctly.
Let me see. Yep, 46.
46?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be Mighty White.
Right. See, Deborah, you like me. Can't watch MASH. MASH was like, It was.
MASH was hilarious.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't watch MASH. Oh man, Tim. So we're gonna check out "It's a Wonderful Life," Sam, today. Let's see. Oh yeah. See, I think I watched that. He said, I guess, Chips. Mr. Chips is about a teacher during World War I who became headmaster and saved German fighter pilot. It always get me the compassion. Let's see. Oh, it's a great movie. I have no issue.
If it's a great movie.
If it is a great movie, I have. I guess the slavery movie. Nope. I already feel bad. I guess the slavery movie. See, Richard, there you go, Richard. I knew we'll find our way. He said, A-Team. I love it when a plan comes together.
Yeah.
Love it. All right.
A-Team was cool.
Yeah. That was why they always took all of them and put them in a garage with every tool possible to create a vehicle to bust out. I never understood like how you put a vehicle together. Like, oh my goodness, tires, engine. Like, what? Oh man, some of those 80s movies. I saw Knight Rider. It's on Netflix now too. Let's see. He said I could watch
Private Benjamin.
Yeah. All right.
That's
so
second poll. But I had a crush on Goldie Hawn back then too. Yeah. The pre-surgery Goldie Hawn.
the natural Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, the original. Like Laughing Goldie Hawn.
Wow.
I remember Laughing.
I do a little bit.
70s, 60s, 70s.
18.
What? Oh, goodbye, Mr. Chips. Okay, yeah.
He said 18 was awful. Black men so stupid they were Mr. T. Really drugged him to get on the plane.
That was the best part.
Right. And he always fall for it.
Yeah. Mr. T. His role, he was the best character on the A-Team, I thought.
Right. The best. He said Whoopi Goldberg. Oh man. Whew. All right. Let's see. Oh, she made some great movies, some good movies. Yeah. Oh yeah, Whoopi Goldberg did great.
Who made some great movies?
I guess you're talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
No, I think she's talking about Goldie Hawn.
Oh, Goldie Hawn. Okay, you're right. Sam is too funny. Oh man. So the next one is, do you guys? How about the later non-slavery Jim Crow movies? Up or down? Do you like to? Are you fine watching? Like during The Help? If you've seen The Banker, just those movies that there was more racism, no slavery, but racism, Jim Crowism, South kind of movies. How do you guys feel about those? And then we're gonna get on out of here. Never seen them. Okay. No. Oh, Sam says no. You don't like those either? You know what? That's not surprising because we saw it. Have you guys seen the new Wonder Years? The new Wonder Years.
Yeah, my brother's a writer.
Yeah,
for Wonder Years.
Have you been watching it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she doesn't really like some of the references, but I'm like, that was the times back then. I've seen enough of them. I love it. I could deal with it. Bad Boys. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. Lisa says more of a thumbs up for me. Not a good feeling. I got you.
Is it the entertainment value, Lisa, or is it the educational aspect, or is it the combination of the two? Like my mom said, as long as it's a good movie, she can watch it. But is the expectation that I'm able to take something away from this? Because a lot of times, it's just a movie for exposure. We want to show what happened, but there's no real message. Right? Would you rather see the movie if it has an intended message, or do you just want it for the exposure, the value of the knowledge, from the movie?
All right. Mama Corey says, the hope is pretty true. I could see it once. Yeah, that's true. I can't see the hope over and over again. I will say.
I don't want to watch a movie that's going to make me want to go out and hurt somebody.
Right. All right.
Like certain movies, like they just make you angry.
Yeah,
educational,
they do.
And it can be, yeah, absolutely.
They do. Yeah.
When you think about Roots, you think about like the movie Roots from the 70s.
Right.
That showed you the toughness, the endurance, I'm like, to me, like, man, we got to be some kind of people.
Right.
To overcome and work through all of the things that we had to fight through. So I love that aspect of it.
Right. Rich said, how about not going into conflicts that aren't justified or illegal? Oh, he took it back. Mississippi Burning.
Yeah, that makes me want to go out and catch a case.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank
God for Jesus.
Right. Yeah. Those are movies I can't watch over and over again. All right.
No, I couldn't even finish Mississippi Burning.
Wow.
I have not seen it from start to finish.
Wow. He says, yeah, I try to stay away from the movies. Yeah, that would make me angry. Yeah, indeed. I've never seen all of Roots, like all 52 episodes of Roots. Richard, yeah. Listen, United States invades a lot of places that for their reasons and whatever reasons they have. And, yeah, we can go all day on that one.
You've never seen what, AD?
All of Roots.
Roots, the Next Generation.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't watch the ones that make me angry. Right.
I've seen all of them.
Yeah. Let's do that last question. It says, such as when they see us. I think I remember that.
I don't think I remember that one. I didn't see that one.
We had massive protest marches in UK on that. Yeah, of course. So I had a last question. I went blank. I went totally blank.
45.
All right. He said, when they see us, we was talking about slavery movies. We're talking about has anybody seen all of Roots other than Pastor? Who's seen all of Roots Park Boys? No, I've not seen that. Who here has seen all of Roots?
Have you seen all of Roots?
Anybody has seen all of it? All
Roots and Roots the Next Generation.
Ooh. Both.
If you don't know who Chicken George is, then you haven't. I know you did, Mom, because I watched it all in your house.
Right. I was about to say. Oh, he said he couldn't watch it, too upsetting. McNair said no. Let's see. When I was younger, we used to watch it every year. Wow.
Yeah, it started out in like 77 for me, something like that. I'll never forget. The first time I saw Roots, I was eating a peanut butter sandwich, and I couldn't eat the sandwich. And from that day forward, from the 70s, I could never eat a peanut butter sandwich because Roots ruined it for me. The visual, you know, the slave ship under the belly of the slave ship, and
right.
it just it turned my stomach.
Once is enough, right. Wow, that is funny.
Yeah, that changing of the name for LeVar Burton's character.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Boy, that was on some Jesus stuff right there, man.
Yeah. I've seen it with my parents when I was younger. Gotcha. Hey, everybody in YouTube land, make sure you give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Just take a second, hit that button. And if you've not subscribed, I don't know why you wouldn't. Make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to build some subscribers. The inhumanity of humanity confuses me. Listen, yeah, you know, people reason in their minds, justify things. It's amazing. You know. All right. So we're gonna get ready to get out of here. We appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us. And you know, feel free to answer the last question. Who has seen all of Roots? And The Next Generation? First time you see Halle Berry.
You got to think about Roots the movie, Roots the Next Generation, and Roots the Gift.
Oh gosh, was there another one? The Gift?
LeVar Burton and Louis Gossett. Yeah.
Wow. Louis Gossett. Is he still alive? Louis Gossett.
I think so. Yeah.
Remember, what was that airplane movie that he was on? The Air Force? No. Air Fox something. He was on there's 4 or 5 of them.
Top Gun.
No, not Top Gun. Louis Gossett.
He was in Top Gun.
Was he in Top? No.
Yeah. Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
Louis Gossett?
Yeah, he was the instructor. Was it?
Oh, wow.
No, not Top Gun. That was not Top. It was Richard Gere.
Right.
Richard, I'm thinking of, it was Richard Gere and Louis Gossett. He was the instructor. He was a drill instructor. What was the name of that movie?
I told you those are
Maze. My mother would know.
There you go. Airwolf.
Airwolf.
4 or 5 of those. Airwolf.
Yeah, okay.
3 and 4. It's like Airwolf.
Officer and a Gentleman. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
See?
Okay.
Yeah. See, only old folks know these movies. Thank you, Mike. Richard Gere. That was what was the girl's name? I forgot her name in the movie. Yeah, that movie was brutal.
Yeah. Let's see. He said didn't have a baby in one of those. All right. So we're gonna
Deborah Winger, that was her name. Deborah Winger. Richard Gere and Deborah Winger.
Top Gun?
No, Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh. I don't think I've seen that.
Officer and a Gentleman with Louis Gossett, Richard Gere, and Deborah.
I may have, maybe, possibly. I may have, possibly. I gotta look it up. I gotta look at it again.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Very entertaining.
I think I may have. Was it with? Yeah, I'll look it up. I think I may have. It's been a while. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We appreciate you guys rocking and hanging with us on this Freestyle Tuesday. we was all over the place today.
Tom Cruise, Kelly McGillis, yeah.
Right. There's supposed to be another one coming out, actually. Another Top Gun. They're doing bringing Tom Cruise back. Top Gun. Not with Kelly, though. I don't think Kelly's going to be in that one. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. Make sure you are following. Join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576 and never miss an episode. Thank you, Mama Corey. Appreciate you. Thank you for all the encouragement. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. That's it. That's all. Continue to be safe. Know that we love you. God loves you more. All right? All right. See you in the AM. As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being. Make sure sharing is caring.